everybody, this is Gregory with how I lost over 100 pounds. I kept it off for 30 plus years, where your weight loss and weight maintenance should not be done with hesitance. Now, today we're going to talk about moving the body and the importance of moving the body. Now, before we begin, if you need help with the weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. My rates are reasonable. Also, check out my website. There's a lot of articles and recipes that might be useful to you. And also check out my podcast. There's pictures of it here. And if you appreciate my content, there is a link for PayPal and make a small donation. We appreciate patronizing the channel. Now, some of you, now that we're about, 7th or 8th episode, you might be wondering, where's the pop-up pills? Where's the answer that's going to tell me how to lose weight and keep it off? That's not how this channel is going to work, because we're laying the groundwork of the little things. And it's never going to be an episode, blueberries are the cure to keep your weight off and no. Because a lot of the reasons why you can't lose the weight or maintain the weight is psychological. Almost all of it is psychological. Because it's the psychology is what dictates what you're putting in your mouth, whether it's food or alcohol. So you got to rectify the psychology. But today we're going to talk about the first of episodes that have to do with physical fitness, so to speak. And it's a very basic principle. Like a lot of these early episodes are just going to be like fundamental principles. And so today is about moving the body. In particular, walking. So what I do, and again, these episodes are just my personal experience of what I've done throughout my life that have been successful. I take morning walks and I take evening walks in addition to whatever workout I am doing. Now, some of you are like, Greg, that takes a lot of time. Not really. I mean, doing a 30-minute walk in the morning, 30-minute walk at night, it's not much. Like what? And you got to look at it this way. Again, it goes to the very first episode we did. The number one thing you must do for weight maintenance is the paradigm shift. What do you have to do that's more important than moving the body, which helps, but isn't the only way to lose weight or keep it off. I mean, there's a lot of obese people who walk every day and they're still obese, but it is a relatively important component. What's more important? Sitting around watching Netflix? Sitting around watching YouTube? Being on TikTok? No. So I love the morning walk. I love waking up. We'll have an episode on sleep, the importance of sleep and its connection to obesity. But I love waking up. I wake up around 5:45, depending on what time of the year it is. I love the early morning walks when the stars are up. Cold, not cold. I take a walk every day. I take a walk probably 340 days of the year. There's going to be some days where I don't do morning walks, never because I oversleep, because I wake up really early. It's like clockwork. Could be raining. Could be I have to do something before work, and therefore I have to go work out really early. But there's nothing I look forward to, and I mean nothing, than taking a walk under the stars in the morning, because it starts afresh. I do my prayers, I listen to a podcast, and unlike an evening walk, there's no one out in the morning walk. So there's no cars, it's not loud, you don't have to worry about cars and honking and just a lot of activity. It's pretty much you are alone. Now there might be other people walking their dog with a flashlight. But it's just a great way to start the day, because you're getting some exercise, but you're also getting some green therapy. You're out in the world, and it's a great way to start your day. And it's something that I savor. It's those little things that I savor, like my first green tea of the morning, which is another little biohack, because tea boosts your metabolism. So I do the morning walk. I would do it with some pace. You see, like the middle-aged women, they do the New York waltz. The other one I do is, so then I do a regular workout, and I'll talk about like my workout regimen in future videos. And then in the evening, I'll do an evening walk. And this depends. Sometimes I do it before I eat. Sometimes I do it after I eat. Sometimes I'll do it late, like at 9, when it's dark under the stars again. It really just kind of depends on the time of the year. In terms of your health, it's best to do a postprandial walk. Prandial is the kind of medical root for eating. So it's best to take a walk after you eat. The Europeans, look at the Europeans. The Europeans, until recently, never really had an obesity problem until we shipped our horrible standard American diet over there. But one of the reasons that they don't have an obesity problem, and there's many reasons, but one of the reasons is they walk a lot. The big cities have subway systems, and so you have to walk to all the stations or walk to the bus stops. And then they just like to do the paseo, as we would say in the Mediterranean world. They just like to take walks because their houses tend to be pretty small and they don't want to be confined in there. So their house is essentially the piazza, it's the plaza, it's doing the whole promenade, see and be seen, see people. So the ancillary benefit of the postprandial walk is that it does help burn calories that you've just eaten. It helps regulate your insulin and glucose kind of metabolism after you've eaten, because you're typically, unless you're doing like a keto, you're going to have glucose and insulin. Insulin's being released because of the glucose, and insulin is fat storing. So walking, even if it's not like high pace, but walking after you eat will help in that little way. You know, a day has 1,000 little biohacks when it comes to weight loss and weight maintenance. A day has 1,000 little biohacks. And taking a walk after you eat helps you. Also, another great little ancillary benefit is that it makes you sleepy. It makes you sleepy, especially if you can take an evening walk, you're not stressed, and then you take like a warm shower. All these things will help you get sleepy. But it's the little things. So little walks, what I would recommend to you. Just because I do mine early morning and late evening doesn't mean you should do that. But I would recommend that you do have a daily workout for sure. But in addition to the daily workout, these little walks. Let's say you work at an office, and we'll talk about this more on the Shock the Body episode, but take a walk at lunch. You know, a lot of you get 30-minute lunch, a lot of you get an hour. Back 20 years ago, when I would have an hour lunch when I used to work at an immigration company, I would spend 30 minutes of that lunch just walking around. Back then I had a Walkman. Just walk around. Again, it's the paradigm change. It's like what you were doing before didn't work, so you have to change your paradigm. And moving the body. And who doesn't like to walk? Who doesn't like the feeling you get? Who doesn't like to listen to good music or a podcast or an audiobook? Who doesn't like that? So find time, whether it be during work, go up the stairs a couple of times if you're at one of those office buildings, or walk at lunch. Walk. Just move the body. Okay? Move the body, shock the body. We'll talk shock the body next time. Move the body, move the body, move the body. Because it helps your health, your physical health, but it also helps your mental health. Guys, post in the comments. Let me know if you do this. I'd like to hear from you. In the past, if you've done it in the past, hit the notification, subscribe, and share button, because that's the best way to help a fledgling channel like this. Until next time, take care, God bless, and pray.